close that. Now I need to close that. Because I do not need that open. Close this. Load game. Now I gotta try to figure out just what I'm doing. Try to figure it out. Because, like, I've looked up a few things. I'm not happy about a few things. But I can deal with some stuff. I can work through it. Romance is off the table, which sucks. But I can have it in my heart. Come on, load. But romance is off the table because if you romance anybody, you have to kill them when you become a lich for some fuck-off reason. Because for some reason they have to be like, oh no, lich, that has to be like a full-on evil thing. You have to give up everything to become a lich. No, fuck off. Just take my soul and stuff it in a jar. You act like that's hard. Demons do that shit all the time. Why the fuck is it this hard when I'm willing to let it happen? Also, after I become a lich, why can't I romance somebody then? I still have my emotions. I can still choose good options when I become a lich. So why can't I do that? I don't know. It just upsets me. Just really upsets me. Okay. So I have all these options. Good. I am not a melee fighter. Not at all. Strength of 5. 24 charisma. I am not a melee fighter. Okay. Let's see. Now, let's level up these guys. So him to straight cleric. Continue to up your wisdom. Religion, perception, knowledge world. To persuasion, what the fuck? Yep, I got that. Oh, you got 2 levels up. Oh shit. What do you have? You have selected channel, extra channel, toughness, armor focus, weapon focus. Could do power attack. Combat casting. That's what I would want because he is a kind of close range fighter. So having combat casting would make sense, and then this mythic channeling. Nah. You're just a cleric, so let's take extra mythic ability abundant casting. And then improved abundant casting. Just have you cast have a bunch of spells, just like this one. So scroll savant, more intellect, all the knowledges, and use magic device. So rainbow pattern, that, and just grab those, I don't care. And then another one. Precise shot, spell focus, greater spell focus, illusion. Yeah, that would make sense. That just seems to be that character type, so blah 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 blah. Improved abundant casting? No. So I'll do that for your next mythic thing. Instead, I'll do spell penetration mythic. Just get that right now for you. Ah, shaman. Point blank shot. Why would I do point blank shot? Combat casting? No, she doesn't cast anything. She has spells, but I don't really use her to cast anything. Hammer the improved initiative. Persuasive, scribe scrolls, blah blah blah. Spell penetration, discover spell penetration? No. Bleh. Improved initiative. Why not? Because, like, she gets spells, but I don't really cast much with her. Well, maybe I could. Maybe I could. So, spell penetration. Yeah, let's give her spell penetration. And then her mythic level. Give her abundant casting? Maybe. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking +2 bonus to damage roll with melee. Second Spirit. Cat knocking things off my disc. Yeah, let's go for a second spirit. So she already has battle. I could take life. Do you have channel, but meh. Bones. Touch of the grave, shard soil, shedding form. Yeah, let's take that. Let's take that. So now she's battle and bones. Paladin, I'm not gonna... You're gonna leave me at some point, so Take selective channeling. Mercy exhausted. Mythic. Abundant smite. Give her additional smites. I could do that. That's always nice for a paladin. Thundering blows. Even with a... It's per round. When your melee attack misses the target, you deal 2d6 plus 1d6. All enemies and 10-foot range. I could take this, because she does have a tendency to not hit. I could take that. Or give her Abundant Smite. Yeah, let's give her Abundant Smite. Let's just... And everybody else is already taken care of. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Here, Beth, what's up? Hail, Commander. How was the Eagle Watch doing, Canobers? Everything is going well. I was wary handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart without Nivea and me. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge. A tiefling, as it happens. He infiltrated the cult alone. They couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entry cell. I personally knighted him just before the city was attacked. Of course, there are many who weren't happy about it, but it's not my job to make people happy. No, it is not. He hasn't disappointed. He has built up the Order's ranks again and is running everything so smoothly. It's as if the demon attack never happened. He's proven more than once I left Canobers in good hands. But I admit it's still strange to think that such a small order as the Eagle Watch now has 2 chapters, one in Dresden and one in Canobers. Yeah, we need to talk about what happened during the attack on Dresden. Erebus nods curtly. Yes, I was shamefully faint-hearted. Praise Iomade, it didn't affect the course of battle. Still, my behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. Under the circumstances, leaving my position would be tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the Order, strip me of my knighthood, and send me to serve in the Condemned. Yeah, whoa! No! Why would I do that? No. Listen, few deserve these titles more than you. Don't blame yourself. Under the circumstances, you did everything possible. And more besides. You had a simple lapse of faith. It happens to the best of us. Thank you, Commander. The gratitude in Erebus' voice is sincere. A spark of enthusiasm appears in her eyes, which has grown dull over recent weeks. The half-orc salutes you sharply. For a moment, you once again see the Erebeth who is ready to protect the defender's heart to her dying breath. Thank you for trusting me, more than anyone else does in this crusade, even more than I trust myself. Despite your words, Erebeth obviously still feels unworthy of her commander's rank. Changing her mind will require more than platitudes. Perhaps you can bolster her by appointing her to a position where she can work more closely with rank-and-file soldiers. Those whose faith in her commander remains undimmed. Yeah. Erebeth says goodbye with a short bow. Orders to Erebeth. New event. Inevia! Look who it is! Hi. What do you think about my new powers? Looks at you sadly. There's nothing good about this. The things you've had to do, and the fact we're fighting alongside the dead because we'll never pull this off without them. But at least we're moving forward, not falling back like before. I guess it was the only way. Bad times call for bad measures. Why? Why? No, come on, guys. The dead can be good. Have you figured out how the demons have been sneaking up on us? Anivia answers with sincere, concealed irritation. No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The gray road was completely empty, and then BAM! A whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. My only lead is in a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorges to the southwest. But we found no sign of a secret path or underground passageways, and there's definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. But I feel it in my gut. There's some evil scum out there. We just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go there yourself and find out what's what? Yeah, I'll do that. You know, I'd like to give that rat Nura a good shake. How long was she serving the demons, I wonder? I'd bet a good silver if I turned her upside down and shook her as hard as I could, something interesting would fall out. Not just lice. Did you find anything about where Monago is now? Nope. Zero. Zilch. A whole lot of nothing. The scum melted into thin air. Soldiers saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. We haven't heard anything from her since, and I don't like it. I'm telling you. This is bad. First of all, her kind don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it would be great if the demon lords just gobbled her up for all her failures, but I think that's too much to hope for. But that's not the worst part. We have more interesting question, you know? I wonder how she teleported from the city if by that time you'd already hung up the banner. Soldiers are saying it probably wasn't in full force by then, but you and I both know that's Dross. She wasn't supposed to be able to teleport, but she did. The question is, how? It is a good question. Regiel, what's up? Knight Commander, it's good you found the Titan to meet me. There's a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. Regiel stands with his hands behind his back, his favorite pose, it would seem. He seems submerged in thought, but gathers himself immediately at your approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. It was incredibly interesting, the power you and your companion receives during the fight at the Grey Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power of your companions received has passed on to me as well, and manifested as my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultist we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Regiel's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a crucial moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention has passed to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment has passed. I believe this power has been given to me and others for a good cause, to protect this miserable world from the demons. I am afraid that your definition of a good cause might be very different from your companion's, Commander. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me. Yeah, until next time. Manage Crusader affairs. Let's try this. Let's see what we got. I mean, we got nothing else to do. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see what we're working with. Birthright. Nobles often look down on commoners as aristocrats. They've captured Dresden. New options for the Crusade have become available to you. You now construct buildings in forts, and Dresden issue decrees and capture and investigate new regions. Both mercenary and trainable units will appear in the commander's headquarters in Dresden. The demon armors will try and take Dresden from you, destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Dresden will be completely blockaded by enemy forces and you will no longer be able to command a crusade. Developing each of the Crusade stats opens up a new option that empower your armies and your economy. Military focuses on drilling and training units. Recruit both trainable and mercenary units to improve the rank of your military style. Logistic forces, diplomacy. Focus on establishing connection with mercenaries, foreign nations. Can I establish something with Numeria? I would like guns. Leadership morale in general. Okay. Your military campaign will require 3 types of resources: finance point, material points, and energy points. Finance points are used for all the Crusade's various needs, but first and foremost, they are needed to recruit units. Material points are used primarily for building construction. Energy points are used for recruitment of mythic units and the completion of certain decrees. You gain new resource points each day. Prevailing over demon armies in battle and constructing certain buildings increases the income resources. You can also purchase the required resources with gold. Yep. Nobles often look down on commoners, as aristocrats are taught from birth that they are better than the lowborn. This attitude causes quarrels between them and common warriors, and the officers have asked the commander to intervene. Have the commoners and the nobles compete in a tournament. Sayla acted as the head judge at the tournament, where everyone was given a chance to prove their worth. The nobles went up against the commoners, and only strength and skill decided the outcome of each fight. Upon witnessing the commoner warriors were capable of, the aristocrats had no choice but to acknowledge their valor. The tournament served as a bonding experience for the Crusaders, as it should have. Yeah! Army of Thieves. A large group of suspicious individuals has arrived at the gate of Dresden. They wish to join the Crusade. Officers have recognized a number of thieves and murderers among their ranks, and it seems the newcomers are only interested in spoils hoard. Should they be accepted? Evil. Okay, the thieves. Okay. What is this? Raising Heroes Decree. Death redeems all. I'm gonna raise the criminals as undead. But personally, how I see it is I am putting the murderers to death and raising them as undead. The thieves, depending on what their thievery entailed, can just take prison sentence. The necromancers will grant death to the criminals and raise them as obedient corpses. Then they will once again be clear before the law. Necromancy. Armies get a replenishment of skeletons and zombies equal to value of killed enemies divided by 275 after a victory. The cost of recruitment mercenaries increases by 100%. Recruitment growth for trainable units reduced by 50%. Basically, yeah, they're just upset I fucking have. Yeah. Okay, decrees. You can only have one of your decrees issued at each of the Crusade stats at any given time. For each of your Crusade stats at any given time. Each decree has a cost and a completion time. Some decrees can only be issued once. Others have a repeat time, which is displayed upon the blah, blah, blah. Management unlocks certain special decrees. A stat rank up decree becomes available upon meeting specific rank up requirements. A relic upgrade decree, which turns a relic into a powerful artifact for your party to use, becomes available when you obtain a suitable relic. Scouts, order airmen, house post, forming a logistics council, studying the Sword of Valor. Irba's breakdown, which occurred before the assault on Dresden, still haunts her mind. She should be reminded that she was, is, and will always be a hero in the eyes of the soldiers, appointing her as a commander of a small squad of Crusaders. Unfortunately, because Irapeth is occupied as squad leader, her duties in the Crusade command have to be transferred to somebody else. Do it. That's logistics. Okay. Forming a logistics council. The success of military action depends on a regular supply of everything troops need and the jurisdiction distribution of resources. The logistic council, mmade up of experienced officers, will ensure there's no chaos in the army. Issue the decree. Diplomatic Council, issue the decree. Because we should get those set up. Rank up. Forming a military council. I'm already working on that. Relics. Soul Shear. Fate of the Crest of the Fallen Knight. Hide and Tusks. Soul Shear. I'll do something with Soul Shear, definitely. Okay. When do I learn that I need to make the one thing? Supply Center. Logistics. Plus 400. 4,500. The advance of the Crusader deepened into enemy territory, strengthens supply routes, and complicates logistics. The Supply Center is a citadel of scribes and clerics. Yeah. Oh, are those already built? Okay, enter. Built. Build. Okay. Hospital, Mercenary, Pathfinder, Society Lodge. Sanctuary, Shelter, Smiley, Teleportation Circle. Ooh. Yes, we want a teleportation circle. So let's main barracks, arsenal, main archery range, smithy. Let's just put it there. Training ground. Fighters hone their combat skills and recruits undergo rigorous all trainable units in adjoining buildings. Only one training ground. Blah blah blah. Okay. Make sure we have a watchtower set up. Shelter. Protected by spells is the only place where weary crusaders can rest without fear of harm. Crusaders party to rest in the fort without increasing the effect of abyssal corruption. I already have Pathfinder Society. Pathfinder Society has connections all across Golorian. Friendship with them will help attract experienced mercenaries to Crusade. Yeah, of course I want the fucking Pathfinder Society. There we go. An alchemist laboratory. There we go. Oh, right. I can buy resources. Okay. Here we go. Nothing is built there yet. You can make decisions regarding current events, which are displayed at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I already know that. Campaign. Unit types. Ooh, spicy. 600 skeletons. Okay, so they're there. Let's move you guys down this way. Let's see, I don't need the mounted scouts, but I can take the skeletons in replace of the mounted scouts, and I can actually... No, I can't split them. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So that. Crusade depends on the spawn. Yeah, I did all that. Okay. So decrees. Formed a logistic council. Orders to Erebet, that's still doing, but I did both of those. Death redeems all. An army of thieves wishes to join the crusade, but one can depend on only after they've become undead. Studying the Sword of Valor. I could do that. Still doing that. Lost scouts. Search for the missing scouts, and then energy points, leadership. Required leadership and energy points. 10 energy points. So we get, 6 skeletal champions and 8 skeleton sharpshooters. Yes. Okay. Save game. Let's try out the skeletons. Should bring the zombies in and just have them there. Skeleton archers can kind of take their spot. Yes. So many archers. Yeah. 600 skeletons are so powerful. Oh, jeez. Okay, accept. New morale banners. After capturing Dresden, the Crusaders raised the 3 morale banners on the city walls. The banners of victory stays green while you defeat demon armies. Each victory over a demon army and blah blah blah. Add 6 days to the time the banner of victory stayed green. No problem. Honors of Conquest, while you capture demon forts, each capture. It's 30 days. Reclaiming forts that were previously lost. Under defense remains green as long as no forts are under siege. Okay. I found Bracers of Heavy Hand. +3 bonus on damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding two-handed melee weapon. That's going on my skeletal companion. Jeez. 4 zombies. I would have preferred skeletons, to be honest. So with my archers, I have a pretty good... Oh no, we lost 12 skeletons. Whatever shall we do? Oh, I didn't even have to take those out. Okay. I gained the 12 skeletons back. Huzzah! Huzzah! Global map is split into a number of regions. To capture a region, you must free all the forts located in the region. You can construct buildings in the forts you have freed. Forts can be upgraded, thus increasing the number of squares. Okay. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontations. For every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience. Soldiers are eager to learn from their as their lives depended on it. Yep. Go for the throat. Overwhelming shout. Battle rage. No, go for the throat. I guess. Okay, no, that's a level 6. I'd rather not deal with that yet. Okay. You go explore. Okay, hold up. Events. Request from the theater crew, the arrival of Blackstone Company, our Shelley wants to talk. I would love to romance her. It would honestly would be good to romance her while being a lich because, I mean, she can't drain my life if it's already gone. But I guess that's not good. Before you stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with gray. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Selkind. I command a vanguard mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Andoran to assist you. What is Andoran? A nation of people governed by the principles of the common rule, which grant every citizen a voice. Holds the reign of its own destiny in the strong hands of its people. It's considered itself birthplace of freedom. I want to know more about your unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as the first, as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocents and serve tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it to the pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. which is why we held a vote among our unit. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the Crusade, and though some of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered, but like I said, we Andorans are free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought. Only convinced. Why did you join up with us? Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andoran, so the ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We will be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Nerosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I might add, was put under your command. Want to know more about you? The man flashes a genuine smile. I don't even know what to say. I'm a soldier, a bit of an explorer. I'm just an all-around honest man. Okay, get on with your duties. Yes, sir. Glad to be under your command. Captain Selkine salutes you again and smiles and adds in a softer voice, It will be an honor to serve with you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Irabeth said that we'd be under threat from demons with unusual abilities, like the Nabasu that attacked your army at the Lost Chapel. They're very powerful and they're growing in numbers. You haven't found where they're coming from, have you? Arashali looks around shyly and continues lowering her voice, as if entrusting you with a personal secret. I'm not sure, but I think I have a lead. I know where to find someone who can lead us to the source of their power. Who are you talking about? A hag by the name of Jarunika. She used to live here before the fall of Sarkoris, but when the demons invaded this world, she happily took their side. The old cannibal knows many secrets. You just have to make her talk. Does she also have the special powers? Her? I doubt it, but still be careful. She is very old, very sly creature, and she's incredibly dangerous. Where can I find her? The place is called Green Gates. I'll show you how to get there. Long ago, before the World Wound, there was a Sarkoran fortress there, and Crusaders built a small chapel, but for many years the place had been home to nothing but abomination and squalor. How did you find out about this? Arshale quickly looks at the faces of those present and seems to curl in on herself. Quietly, almost whispering, she says, That is a long story. I will tell you when we get there, alright? Okay, thanks for the tip. Happy to help. It's just, Arashale looks around cautiously again and lowers her voice. You won't go there without me, will you? I want to personally make sure this monster doesn't escape you. Don't worry. You're sticking with me as long as possible. Grandma Gretlin lowers herself into a bow. Good day, your commandership. It is we, the artistic board of the next door theater. We're still working on our piece about your heroism. We have even taken on a few new crew members. We now have a master of stage equipment and scenery. It's my granddaughter, Tina. Tina, say hello to her commandership. Grandma Gretlin directed. We are faced with another dilemma. We simply can't decide on a climactic moment for the act that's all about the Battle of Dresden. Here, you listen to the options. Grandma Grellin holds a scroll up before her eyes and begins to read, running a gnarled finger along each line. Option 1. The commander, so that's you, launches himself out of a catapult and smashes down the fortress wall, allowing the armies to rush in. Option 2. The commander, so that's you again, masquerades as a succubus and creeps into Dresden in disguise, and then opens the gates to the Crusaders. Option 3. The commander, so that's you again, rides to the attack on an enormous mountain goat. Or should we call it a battering ram? And it breaks down the city gates. What will you say? The cross-dressing as a succubus version is the best one, surely. Yes, it sort of makes sense if a performance it sort of makes it a performance within a performance. Theater in a theater, a double entendre in a double entendre. Oh, I think I misspoke. Thank you for the inspiration, your commandership. Grandma Gretton and her entourage move away, but their voices project so well you can easily hear the rest of the conversation. What do you think? Maybe we can add a catapult to the succubus plot. Maybe the commander can use a catapult to fly out of Dresden once he's completed his mission? Did you forget about the role of the commander as being played by a Cyclops? How are we going to launch Lambkin out of a catapult? How are we going to fight a catapult that just won't break under his weight? Calm yourself, Tina. It's just a minor snack. You can't achieve success without a few difficulties along the way. We'll think of something, you'll see. The grim voice of Zacharias, the Lich, suddenly booms inside your mind. Student! You have proven yourself a worthy crusader to defend. To defeat the demons in this war, you have fearlessly sought the secrets of death. Your determination deserves respect. Now we can proceed with your great transformation into a lich. For that, I need a suitable laboratory where I can scrutinize and condition your spiritual body in solitude, preparing it for rebirth. As for you will need a place from which to rule over legions of the dead. Give the order to erect a ziggurat in Dresden. It must be an imposing building, one worthy of receiving me as its guest. This is where you will discover eternal life. If the need arises to demolish a few buildings for the construction, ensure they are located far enough away from the squalor of the slums. I do not wish for my ingredient stores to be ravaged by rats. I'm leading a war. Soldiers' lives are depending on me. I'll take care of this matter as soon as I can. What do the lives of soldiers matter? Once you have mastered the powers of death, your soldiers will fight for you whether they live or die. Whether they are alive or dead. Get on with it, student. Lady Konomi, a sharp-looking kitsune, gives you a quick business-like bow. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché of Nerosian, capital of the Crusader state of Mendev. Nerosian is designed first and foremost as a defender for as a world bound, holy city of Iomade, blah blah blah. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Galfrey seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konomi asked me to join this council, but I will do my best to fill in the shoes of a trained diplomat. Yeah, strange. I got invited to the council too. I'm not sure foreign ambassadors will be thrilled to see my face and my manners. Lady Konomi, you haven't mistaken me for some other Crusader Lan, have you? I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact, I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down the Erende line. I must say that prior to this, I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows, I might even enjoy it. What's the Diplomatic Council and why do I need it? To solve matters of politics, of course. Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Avistian. Founded by the treasures of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of these powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goals. The Diplomatic Council will manage this tangle of political interests and prevent the Crusade from losing the favor of influential benefactors. And while at it, ensure that Nerosian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusade in some shape or form. That is why the capital has sent me here, to observe offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. I see. You've been sent to keep an eye on me. Whatever gave you that idea, Commander? I'm not an overseer. I'm your loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things, just consult with you in cases where the price of error is too high. Put your trust in me, and we'll get along swimmingly. After all, none of us here want to see Chilex or Druma at each other's throats trying to settle their disputes by using their influence on us as political leverage. Am I wrong? And I doubt you would like it if we made enemies with the ranks of Nerosian nobility, or who would attempt to undermine your war efforts. This won't happen as long as you trust my experience. Okay, I can get behind that. Tell me about this War Council. What is it? The Royal Council, operating under Her Majesty, is the highest governing body in Mendev, and comprises her most able and entrusted servants. It is responsible for the day-to-day matters of state. They are the hands and voice of the Queen. The Council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earned their position through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are of more humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jasper of the Crusade Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serves Mendev's cause. I have a question about the composition of this council. Do you find someone's presence surprising? Tell me about yourself. Who are you? Lowers her eyes in a show of modesty. It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? I come from Tiensha, from the noble Kitsune. Like any Kitsune, I have always been curious to a fault, and my adventures brought me to Avistian. And here, in your lands, I met my first and true love, politics. I have served as a diplomat in the courts of 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turned out to be the most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigue and interests are spun around the Crusade and the World Wound. Why do you want Lan on the council? Nothing wrong with Lan, I just want to know her reasoning. We diplomats call this little trick Mysterious Garundi Prince. During negotiations, it's always useful to have at your side a representative of some obscure but potentially populous and powerful nation. Without knowing what they're up against and how many mongrels there are, our diplomatic partners will have to contend with this dark horse. So, Mr. Land will be our mongrel prince. If we negotiate with foreign ambassadors and I make this sign, crosses her fingers in an intricate gesture, you immediately start talking about how offensive their proposition is to the mongrel people. Do we have a deal, Mr. Land? Land scoffs and scours at Lady Kanome. I suspected the word diplomat was synonymous with fraud, but I thought you would be deceiving me, not deceiving others with my help. No, that's not an option. I can represent the Mongols in negotiations, but I'm not going to lie through my teeth. Okay, what's on the council's agenda today? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Nerosian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital that you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Nerosian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers? I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor, Cogrock. This is your victory, and if cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. Land's eyes flash with anger. Are they out of their minds? We've got a whole Dresden full of soldiers who need medicine, food, and weapons. Till everyone's been taken care of, we can't waste a single coin on pointless celebrations. What did I do to incur their discontent? You were too good. You have reclaimed Canterbury, you won the Battle of Dresden, you're a menace to the whirlwind. Your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidants diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. After all, if you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories, make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to negotiation. Religious feast. Parade and running. Parade in my honor. Reduced by 7.5%. Material points income reduced by 25%. And what's lands do? Crusade Morale increases by 10 or 20% if Crusade Morale is below 0. Yeah, let's do that. Land, I like that. A moment, Crusader. I understand that you're used to being the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions are an exception. I am a professional in this field. You are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you are not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. I urge you to reconsider. You invited my companions to the diplomatic council, and now you refuse to listen to their opinions? I am simply suggesting that you give your companions time to find their feet in the council and to grasp the principles of being a diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the council, your decisions could be mistaken for the degrees of a tyrant, and that is definitely not the public image you need. Ah, now I understand the roles that I've been given, Lady Kanome. I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise you the former, but not the latter. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm glad you've listened to my proposal. Making friends with the Royal Council will go a long way. It's good that we've got off on the right foot, Commander. There will be plenty more issues requiring your decision soon, but I do not doubt that we will handle them just as expediently. I do want to take care of people, but I understand the need for, the rigmarole. Hail, Commander! A middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with one barely moving bone-dry hand. On her face, are huge scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, but she is watching you with the other, intent and somber. Dorglinda Stranglehold, Chair of the Logistics Council, at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision. I hope I won't get in anyone's way if I join you. Rochelle looks around with visible worry. I think I could give some good advice here, if you don't mind, of course. Hopefully this council will benefit from my vast experience surviving with gear that consists of rocks and sticks, and where any dinner that is squirming in your plate is considered a feast. All in all, kind of like our crusade. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. We need more than everything, and what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provision are rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the papers. And fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with stylish plumage or a fancy blade from Nerosian. Meanwhile, that means that ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives, hammer and tongs. It's time to give the entire logistics staff a bum rush. The question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them? These scoundrels must be replaced with decent, honorable people. Selfless souls who have proven that they put their comrades' lives above all else, especially their own wealth. Surely that's who will make the best care of our soldiers. Let's get some veterans on the job. People who've had their fill on the front lines and know firsthand what life is like for a common soldier. What the rations taste like, and how the boots are always the wrong side. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Nerosian. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mendev and work up a sweat for the good of the Crusade. Ready for anything for Alu Chalets. +2 bonus to all savings flow for a unit. Only the essentials feat. All trainable units gain that. Plus 10% bonus to maximum HP for all trainable units. All mercenary units gain equipment from the state. +1 attack and all saving throws. Yeah, I can go with that. Will do. Soon we'll all have quartermasters with a friend or two even in the Royal Council. Then it's decided. No matter what our quartermasters are like, there is no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, I'll call the council right away. Okay. Okay. Okay, decrees. I already have those. Need this. Another decree is being logistics, and I need material points. Okay. Spearmen and marksmen. Marksmen. Let's take those marksmen. Just send you scouting around. That's a dead end. Okay. Skip day. An army of thieves which don't say but there we go. There's that. Have those wait there. Economy. Royal Parade. Okay, enter Dresden real quick. I want to see if I can buy material points. Just buy 1,000 something. Let's buy. Yeah, like that. Okay. Hey, little brownie, what's up? Logistics. All scouts. 4 more days. Soul Shear. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Forming staff council. Issue the decree. Okay. Go back to the campaign. Plagued horse, plagued Samaritan, plagued wolves. There I slaughtered an entire people. Okay, it's just them left. Okay. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah! We got zombies. And skeletons. Great. Having buried those who died from the plague, warriors search the place and find a small grave where Sir Dolan Reglor, a hero of the Second Crusade, rests in peace. They take care of the grave and clean dead bodies and dirt from a nearby oasis. From a small oasis nearby, where it instantly becomes clean, clear, and sweet. The place is much loved by spirit and God. Energy points times 4. We can take that. Fuck it. We can take this. I know we can. So buff. Just go ahead and kill that. Do 1 damage to that. Damage to that. Now he's gonna throw a rock. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. No! You ass. Please just give me back all my sharpshooters. Okay, I did. Good. Face this demon army. Just fight and kill. Kill. Buff. Ooh, damn. My archers are too strong. And so are my skeletons. Jesus Christ, 626 skeletons. It's good to be a lich. Crusaders attacked the demons at a preposterous moment when they were trying to sink a stash of cold iron ingots in the nearest sand swamp. The horde of metal would have been deadly to the beasts of the abyss and safely ended up in the Mendivian's warriors' care instead. 100 material points. Damn it, zombies. I don't need zombs. See where the fuck this is. Winter Run. Okay. Forming a staff council. One can command a small unit alone, but to manage blah blah blah. Staff council. Okay. So, nothing's happening. Let's continue them moving around. Oh no. Enemy is attacking my guys. Oh. Is that it? Is that really all you can muster? I mean... My skeletons are so strong! Even more skeletons. I could take that thing, I think. Let's see. I think the red numbers. Ooh, maybe? Maybe that's how that works? Head back this way. I'm gonna try. Okay, we got 3 events. Visit for the past and Nivea on stock. Undead Advisor. Undead Advisor has shown up. Still need to make a ziggurat so I can get my stuff. Commander, Nivea greets you with a slight nod. I have some information for you, though what I found out is mostly innocent. It might be a cause for concern. Go ahead and tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things. Though it's against regulations, we let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble, and that's usually the case. But recently, many people have noticed Social among them. The gambling seems to have been an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time, it's about someone you trust with your life, so maybe you should do something about it? This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Thanks for the information. You're welcome. So I gotta go talk to Social. Stop gambling away your life savings, man. Commander, I don't know what exactly the conflict between you and Sir Cicero is, but please resolve it. His Everbright Crusaders are a large and experienced force. Their strategy relies heavily on them. However, they have maintained a separate command structure. But lately, Sir Cicero has stepped back from his duties, leaving his people without clear leadership. The knights are confused. They don't know what to do. Maybe it's time Sir Cicero placed his troops under your command. He's not a young man. His position must be challenging for him. Please talk to him. What do you know about his troubles? Just rumors, Commander. They say that it's like his mind is somewhere else at all times. He is anxious, but won't say what happened. So Cicero is respected. When people see him acting strangely, it breeds uncertainty in the ranks. I'll talk to him. Thank you, Commander. This is a necessary step to maintain our fighting ability. So far, you've proven better at managing the Crusade than Galfrey. However, since you are now my student, you require very specialized advice from me. I have news for you, my student. A rumor of the death of a Lord of Mendev began to spread. Exiles from the far corner of Vistian started to trickle into Dresden. These exiles are the ones who kept practicing the art of death despite its prohibition. Most of them are criminal scum, but scum can be useful, no? What would you like to do with them? Will you give them your protection? Will you drive them away after impaling their heads on the unluckiest of spikes? What are the consequences of my decision have? However vile they are, they may come in handy. More necromancers at our side means more obedient undead under our command. Besides, these exiles know how to survive. Their spells and rituals may surprise us yet. Alternatively, you can banish them and complain the dark arts to be the privileged domain of your chosen servants, the most talented and loyal of all. This act could inspire the rest to deepen their knowledge. After all, a single ambitious necromancer is more devastating on the battlefield than a dozen dabblers. All generals gain the knowledge of for the Chosen Ones feat and learn the Siphon Time and Bone Arrow spells. That's your bonus to power plus 10 bonus to energy. Siphon Time. All units in the army gain haste. All enemy units receive slow. Ooh. Bone Arrow. Deals power physical damage to every unit in the horizontal line. Arcane spell. Ooh. But not vertical? I would prefer a vertical line. Occult enhancement. All undead units gain +1 bonus to attack and AC. All generals learn the Bone Shield. Target units plus turns, and False Grace. False Life, but affects all allies in 30 feet radius. 3d10 plus caster level hit points. Okay. And execute them. Crusade Morale plus 10. Okay. This is wise. To choose my servants and student with care. You're done here, student. I leave you now, but expect my return in the future. Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna leave the necromancy to those who kind of understand what they're doing. Like, don't go too far. Captain Hammerton. Hail, Commander. Before you is an aged, yet fit and sturdy Garundi stands at attention. His dark skin has an earthy tone to it. The crystal sparkle forth from where his hair and eyebrows should be, clearly identifying him as an Oread. Captain Hammerton, chair of your staff council by order of Her Majesty, Queen Galfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on this council too, Silas salutes briskly. We'll be racking our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Lead your soldiers by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experience as a paralictor, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, be it incentive or penalty, and to be decisive. We have no need for doubt or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor. But do you know what that means? That you are doomed to listen to my advice. To start things off, here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyalty, passion, and morale. All these things can easily be bought with money. Commander, permission to report. We've encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers, we're now seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined in the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with the victory, and they are not keen on staying in the garrison. Those home Canabris wish to return home and rebuild their ruined city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up with a retaliatory expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve living conditions per the privates, raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with commendations and gifts. Soldiers don't want to leave armies that appreciate them. I feel for these folk, but we have to convince them to save. I think we might get help from the servants of the gods. They'll tell the soldiers that the danger is not yet past and inspire them to keep up the fight against evil. As long as the wound is open, the whole world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. This right here is the entire reason I am doing what I'm doing. The entire reason I'm going Lich. This right here. This right here. I will be a good Lich. Fuck everyone else. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That kind of attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigators, arrest them, and administer harsh punishment to make an example of them. The problem is quite simply solved with coin, but handing money out to privates is practically throwing it away. We need to pay the officers handsomely. Then they'll figure out how to raise their subordinates' morale. Glory of the Heroes. What does this do? Crusade morale increases by 5 to 10 every 30 days. Or every 30 days I can do that. What's his do? Distributing provisions. 10 to 15, but at the cost of 300 provisions. So at the cost of 300, I could increase... Okay. I actually like that, yeah. At once. I'll distribute the pay and rations right away. The commendation list won't take long either. We should see results shortly. Thank you, Commander. Should any other difficulties arise that require your attention, I'll deliver a new report promptly. Okay. I should go talk to Ember at some point. Just check to see how she's doing. So, events. A visitor from the past. A small crevice opened in the middle of Dresden. Then a tiny, sickly old man climbed out. Coughing heavily, he introduced himself as the spirit of succor and land and thanked the Crusaders for their struggle. He wishes to help the Crusade and is offering the commander a choice. He can either open up the metal deposits that sleep beneath the earth not far from the fortress, or glow rush forest on top of them where wild game will make its home. Material point income increases by 5 for 30 days. All units gain the robust feat. all units. So even my undead units? Add 100 material points. Let's go with the forest. I like that. Upon hearing the commander's choice, the tiny man smiled and melted into the earth. Soon after, scouts reported several groves appearing just outside Dresden. The resulting fresh air gives the soldiers strength. So I have 2 more days on that, 1 more day on that, blah, 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 blah. Robust, permanent. I need to build a ziggurat, but I need logistics to finish. Which means I need a day to pass. Okay, hold on. Save. This is the one that shoots fire. I don't like this one. Okay, so bow and arrow. Oh, come on. Bullshit. No. Fuck. There we go. Okay. Please give me back most of my units. Yes! All my units got replenished. Good, 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 good. Crusaders took over the ruins of Sarkorian settlement and put to the sword all the demons defending it. Scouts have reported a sinister-looking lair nearby. Let's go fight this group. We got so many skeletons. That Minotaur got owned. Ugh. So good. Hey, Darkman. What's up? Keeper's Canyon used to be an important relay point for the river traffic between Dresden and Kennebris. Now this small but once thriving port town lies in ruins, but its sturdy harbor may still come in handy when supply ships from Mendev arrive. Times 5 material points. Nice, 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 nice! An orc double axe and pieces of the unholy symbol of Ravgog. I think I can take out these Minotaur. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I trust I can do this. Buff. Oh, the OG Super Robot Wars? I don't know anything about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck off. Come on. Siphon time. Skeletons just run forward. Wham. I gained everything back. Good, 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 good. As it should. The Lord of the Minotaurs had an unholy symbol of Rovgog, the Destroyer, around his neck. The Crusaders decided to hand the pieces of this dark relic over to the Crusader. Uh-huh. Rovgog is crap. Damn it! More fucking zombos. Zombos don't help me. I need skeletons. I could assign a general to them. Nah, I don't need to do that. Okay. Let's see. What's that? Skip day. No, I've really been enjoying playing Super Robot Wars. It's a really fun game system. Yeah, the DLC was pretty good. I love all the characters. I still need to finish my first run of 30, and then I'll do a New Game Plus run. Ooh, Herbal Ring. Interesting, interesting. Fucking, you gave me more zombies! Give me skeletons! Not zombies, skeletons! There we go. So, what? Let me manage this. Nothing's built there. Build. Okay, okay, no. Okay, okay. So decrees. Distributing provision. Ziggurat! Build Ziggurat. Issue decree. 30 days. Morale's high, so I don't need to increase it. Skip the day. Fate of Soulshare. The relic will be augmented. Orders to Erebeth. Squad Commander and Vanguard. The Fate of Soulshare. When Staunton Vane turned to evil, his battle hammer was reforged into a glaive named Soulshare and charmed by a demoness named Manago. Now this weapon is the Crusader's hand, and only they can decide whether to use its power. Charm Soulshare? Soulshare. While you are wielding this +3 adamantine glaive, your mount gets a plus... No. Leave it as is. But I think its enhancement goes up. If I cleanse it... If I cleanse it, I could give it to my fucking cleric, but I like having it in my undead's hand, so leave it as is. The glaive known as Soulshare became the disgraceful symbol of Staunton Vane's fall. The dark spells cast upon it by the demoness Manago imbued it with power. Now the sinister weapon will be turned against the demons of the world wound. The fate of the holy symbol of Ravgog. Wait. Military tribunal. What's the trade illustrated? That's the commander of the fight. The last chapter is... All that Dresden free. All units gain that chance of skipping action due to negative morale reduced by 5%. Yes, please. Could do something with the crystal. What does this do? Financing the crusade is a costly process. Diplomatic council has come up with new tricks to... Can't read that. Friendship of countries and nobles sponsoring the crusade. I'll do that. And... provision? No, I don't need to increase morale. I really should do the Ravgog one once I'm done with the diplomatic. So go back to campaign. Crusaders army. Don't mess with any of that. You know what? I should actually head out because there's a few places I can actually go. So I should actually head out with my main group. I think I should be able to still issue decrees and whatnot. Oh. A Kelid in a well-worn travel robe with a deep hood offers you a respectful bow. His voice is quiet and emotionless. Greetings, Commander. To be granted an audience with a figure of such importance is a great honor. Your victories have impressed and inspired me, which is why I wish to do my part in the Crusade struggle. Who are you? A visitor's quiet words sound like the rustling of pages, dry and impersonal. My name is Velg, and I'm a Keld. My lineage dates back to the Skarkorian clans, and bonds of kinship have always been sacred to my family. When the world wound open, my ancestors fled Skarkoris, but they did not forget their homeland, even before the Crusades began. My great-great-grandfather marched in defense of our people. He perished, as they all did. My great-grandfather and his eldest son joined in the First Crusade. My grandfather joined the Second. Our family warriors have fought in every crusade. That is why our bloodline is now extinct. They say this crusade will be the last, so I've come, alone. There is no one else. Alas, I'm no warrior, but I still wish to be of use to you. How do you plan to help me? His words, devoid of color and emotion, run together to form a monotonous, endless stream. For 23 years, I have been gathering documents on Skarkoris. They contain numerous mentions of history of the Blackwater clan. The clan was beset by demons, and its members had dedicated themselves to creating a powerful weapon against the Whirlwind. The clan needed more time, but no support came from their neighbors, and so the Blackwaters were destroyed. But the fate of the clan is not important right now. What is important is that, thanks to certain ancient maps, I have been able to pinpoint the location of their settlement. If you go there, you'll be able to verify my findings, and if you happen to find a weapon that will help you fight the demons, it will bring me satisfaction and pride. My life will have purpose. What kind of weapon were they working on? My thoughts on this matter are pure speculation. Perhaps it was a blade that could cut down even a demon lord, or an artifact that could call upon an endless host of spirits, or a circlet that could reverse the flow of time or erase the planar invaders from reality. The Blackwater clan operated in secrecy to protect their work from spies, unfortunately an ever-present concern, and to avoid drawing the demon's attention before the time was right. You have an odd way of speaking. His pale, expressionless face twists into a poor approximation of apologetics by a smile. I am a scholar. I know how to speak through manuscripts and prefer to express my thoughts using my quill instead of my tongue. Social interaction is not my area of expertise. Oh my god, same! So I ask you to understand when it comes to my rather rudimentary communication skills. No, I'm... Execute this wretch! No. Why would I ever do that? Thank you, I'll put this information to good use. He bows deeply. It pleases me to be of use to you. Darren looks around, is not exactly sure what he's doing here. Ah, Commander, how is our crusade doing? Our crusade? You weren't exactly thrilled to join the Crusades. Of course I wasn't thrilled, but it's unfavorable circumstances. A man cannot allow himself to wallow in gloom and despondency. What a man can do is look on the bright side of the whole situation and change his circumstances as much as possible. I, for instance, am certain that I'd be able to throw a rip-roaring party even in the crater of an erupting volcano with my hands tied behind my back. So what brings you to me? Oh, it's just a trifling thing. I wish to make a donation to the Crusaders' cause. It seems a smart decision to me, because what's good for the Crusade is now tightly intertwined with what's good for yours truly. I did have to give the revenue from my estates a good shake-up and send a few couriers scurrying about, but in the end I managed to acquire a couple of decent items. All in all, here is my donation to the Crusade and its commander. You must try them out for yourself. I offer these you gifts from the bottom of my heart, a wand of pox, pustules, and ray of sickness. I can sense your own agenda in your choice of gifts. Clever. Darian smirks slightly. I thought of you while selecting these gifts, and now I must beg your forgiveness and bid you farewell. I have plans to order and send a package of special gifts to my dearest cousin. Okay. How do I leave again? Oh, this way?
I'll go ahead.
The Dragon Hunt from Dead Woman's Hands, Night Gambler's Vengeance, of course. go check these things. Side quests. Side quests are always important to get. Right? Commander, Dawn Strangle at your service. I have to go. Good luck to you on the front lines. We've always got your back. That is our job.
Follow my lead.
Okay, so I know I need to go there. I need to talk to Sociel. Oh yeah, I didn't kill the giants. Oops. Oh god. Oh god. Things with times. Oh, I just need to do them before I reach the next chapter, I think. So I don't think I'm going to run out of time for them, so... Yeah, wait for the result. So I need to talk to CR. The old Crusader looks ancient and disoriented. Hmm? Yes? Has something happened? Where did your boy Morvek go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy gray hair is dirty and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away, packed his things in the dead of night and disappeared. He must have gone to find some demon to fight. He is a Khalid. His entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorum. Did you see the straw wolf hanging from his neck? It's their clan talisman. It's called the Little Fang. Put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Iomade, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorum with his mother's milk. I told him, you can't fight the darkness if you're guided by anger. If rage overwhelms you, you can't. You will either perish or become a villain, or get so used to war that you'll forget what it's like to live as a human. But he only had one thing on his mind, vengeance. From his family, his ancestors, his wounded You didn't... Cats and Grim look at you. You didn't have anything to do with it, did you? If I find out that it was you who led the boy astray, I will make you regret it. Every day I've left, I will avenge him. You say a person can't fight with anger in their heart, but you threaten vengeance against me. Pretty hypocritical. Seer's pale face pales and grits his teeth. His voice is quiet and laced with hostility. Everyone has their limits. Even my resolve is not unshakable. Don't touch the boy. I have to go. Listen to an old man. What you're doing is very wrong. Your powers will do you no good. I don't think so. I think my powers are going to do me some pretty good.
As it should be.
Sociel. Good afternoon, Commander. What can I do for you? I heard that you've been rather busy playing cards at night. Cards? Me? Sociel looks away in embarrassment. Who could possibly think? I've only visited the games once or twice to get a sense of what our soldiers do when they're off duty. You think I'm addicted to gambling? Nothing of the sort. Don't worry. I'm absolutely fine. My pleasure. Wow, that ended abruptly. Amber! What's up? Nothing new. Okay. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, I saw "so go" with an exclamation point. I'm like, what did I do to piss her off? Oh no, nothing. She didn't mean it like "so go." It was more "so go." I'll take that. Okay, hold up. Interrogate Nura about the demon schemes. I can do that later. The dragon hunt. Given their lack of experience in dragon hunting, it's unlikely that the Crusaders will meet with much success in their attempt to track down and kill a cunning adult specimen. However, Irabeth claims that a reputable bounty hunter is currently staying in the town's tavern. It would be wise to seek his help. I will do that. When did I... Oh, Arshale. Is it... Okay. Head back here. I need to... I don't remember which ones were the ones that were here. I know the inn has the dragon, but what was here?
That is.
From a dead woman's hands and Night Gambler. From a dead woman's hands. So Night Gambler, I think I need to wait for nighttime. So I need to skip time for that. But from a dead woman's hands... Oh, I gotta talk to Sociel again. Okay. And then I gotta wait for night in a graveyard. Want to talk to me about what the Hell Knight told you? Yes, Sociel shakes his head. Another dead end. I still know nothing. How could Trevor have parted with his shield? I can't imagine. I'm sorry if your brother disappointed in you. Or you must believe in your brother. If he gave away the shield, it means he had a good reason. I do believe it. I do. But what could have made him part with our family relic? You know, it's not only Hell Knights who told me the truth. Knight Tirabraid refused to tell me anything about my brother's fate while I was serving in Kenabris. But after these events, she finally broke her silence, and things she told me... He shakes his head. That he was a good fighter, but a terrible knight, and an utterly worthless paladin. He became more and more cruel as time went on. He started caring more about destroying the enemy than protecting the innocent. He gushed over Prelate Hellrune with his witch hunts. Eventually, the goddess's patience wore thin. When he beat up some poor fellow for blasphemy, Shellen took away Trevor's powers. That was a huge blow for him. He left the city, asking only that his disgrace be kept secret from his family. That's why Erebeth didn't say anything earlier. Oh, yeah, okay. Brother, my brother. Tell me what are we fighting for? But how? He's always been kind, merciful. Where could this cruelty have come from? What do you think of your brother's fate now? I can't wrap my head around what I've learned. It's as if we're talking about a different person altogether. How could he? Why did he give his shield to that she-devil in black armor? Oh, Shalom, let this all be a mistake. Now you're calling her a she-devil? What the fuck? Okay, so the dragon hunt starts in the inn. Okay. Peasant. So there's somebody in here who dragon hunts? Noble, peasant, noble, citizen, listen in. I'm guessing I just failed the DC check. It's not even doing it, so blah. There's Nenio. Ah, boy, there you are. Very good. Just in time. You'll be delighted to know I need you for an experiment. So, the great garrison stands roofless. Demons are running in the hills with their tails between their legs. Mendev's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Ah, yes, Galfrey, is scurrying to and fro. All this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there are no scientific evidence of your exceptionality, if one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do. We people of science refuse to believe in inexplicable without any proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. Nenio punctuates her statements with an energetic sweep of her arms. And therefore, open your mouth and say, ah, for me. Ah. Nenio peers into your mouth with a practiced eye. All right, your throat's fine. Tongue looks perfectly normal. Your breath smells in line with this regular function of the digestive system. Now for your teeth. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. No detectable alterations? By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their race, still have amazingly powerful bite? As if suddenly recalling something, Nenio promptly pulls her hand out of your mouth. With teeth like mine, I should know. Nenio casts a puzzling glance at you, but then quickly nods. Ah, yes, you're a kitsune. Field research has shown that kitsune bites take much longer to heal than the bites of many other races. Moving on. All right, what do we have next? Ears. Let me check your hearing. Testing! Nenio yells right in your ear and nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine. Was fine. But don't worry. It's scientifically proven that you should return to normal soon. Next, Nenio circles you. Eyes are clear. Posture is satisfactory. Limb length is standard. No lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and, in a slight dejected tone, says, Boy, you are the picture of health. It is a pity. I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You are a tree. 2 squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do you do? I do precisely nothing, because I am a tree. An unconscious act of withdrawal along with a lack of trust in your own abilities. Or perhaps just a healthy dose of pragmatism. On to the next question. Another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. You have just been picked up from a vegetarian's patch and put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make soup. What do? There's nothing I can do. I'm a tomato, remember? An unconscious act of withdrawal. An unconscious act of withdrawal, an ability to unwillingness to see something bigger behind something small. All right, I understand. On the surface, it appears you don't really believe in your ability to change things, but in fact, you are a strong pragmatist who knows perfectly well that you can and can't do. Your reasoning is that a mortal, one who is capable of achieving great things, though he would deny even that. On that note, I deem this experiment complete! Thank you for your participation. Nenio looks pensively and then gestures at you with a wide sweep of your arms. And yet you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I will solve you completely. Unless I forget. By the way, I have another assignment for you. So, the experiment, Nenio gestures excitedly. I will need some supplies for this one. Boy, please bring me a bottle of alcohol. Any oil will do. Please, hurry up. Science can wait. Why would you need alcohol? I already told you. It's for an experiment. Hurry up and bring it to me. I'll come back when I have a bottle. I will await your return with greatest anticipation, with immense, immeasurable impatience. Wait. Don't I have alcohol? Haven't I been picking up bottles of this shit? No. Or have I been selling it all? I might have been selling it all. I'll have to buy some. Damn it, I can't lockpick that. I don't have my ally with me. I can't take my ally with me. What the fuck? Okay, it's not there. Is it Half Measure Tavern? Is it here? Is the dragon hunt thing here? At least continue a little bit in this quest and then probably end the stream. But Faye, the tavern keeper. The boy sitting on the counter looks about 18. He salutes you with dignity, though his eyes scarcely rise from the tavern's ledger. Knight commander at my establishment. What an honor. Faye, my name is Faye Quito. I'm the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't like undue familiarity, while others scoff at the tedious ceremony of titles. You can call me by my... You can call me the Armored Armadillo for all I care. Yes, Commanderness. Are you sure? I'm going to remember that, you know. I'm absolutely sure. Out of respect for the whims of the hero Dresden, the Armadillo it is! So, what can I do for you? Wine? A meal? A heart-to-heart talk? Let me see what you have to offer. Oh, no. Oh, that just set that up. Okay. I just tried, I think, a quick load, which will put me into the overmap thing, but then I can load in the autosave. Okay, so it didn't save when I did all that stuff, so I'll have to go do that stuff again, but I can do that quickly, easily, whatnot. Anyways, thank you all for showing up. This was just kind of a quick stream, blah, blah, blah. Next time will be on Thursday, and I will definitely be playing Legend of Dragoon. See y'all then. Bye. Have a nice night.